morning, everybody. Canadian Trapper. It's the start of beaver season, and we got some traps in the truck, so we're going to go out and see if we can't get some beavers. I have a new trapper coming with me today. He asked if he could tag along. He's got a few traps himself, so we're going to go to one of his spots, and he asked me if I would mind showing him how I do things. So we're going to get that set up, and then I've got another spot I'm going to go, and I'm going to throw some traps in the water, and hopefully we can get into some beavers. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but this is just the start of many traps. Anyway, I'm just waiting for my buddy to show up, and we're going to get on the road and see if we can't get some traps in the water. Compress it. Make sure that ring falls. That's your safety. That's going to lock it there. Now, wiggle your safety down. So we're here with Sean. Sean is getting his first trap ready to set. We got a lot of water we're dealing with, but he's got a couple good spots right here off the bank. We got one run coming up here. We're going to put a trap, and we got another run on the other side, and they're obviously coming up for that birch tree. So we're going to try to get Sean into a couple beavers. We're going to show you our setup when we get it all done here. All right, there we go. Sean's first set. Hopefully that's going to get him a beaver. There he is. He's getting the second set in. Yeah. Well, we're down at that nuisance beaver spot. Sean and I are going to put some traps in the water. And as you can see, yeah, your buddy's definitely losing trees. He's got a beautiful area down in here, and they are going to town. There's another one here. They're cutting. And if you walk back along there and through that woods, there's a whole bunch of poplar trees they've been at too. There's a big one right there. We found probably about 4 areas where we can set. This is a little different. It's not on a dam. It's more on a river system. But obviously we can see where he's coming up. He's coming up there, and he's going all the way up there and eating. We're going to get some traps. Because of the limited space we have to set traps, I'm going to probably put a drown rod set in there, and then I'm also going to put a 330 up above it. I think there's probably more than one beaver working this area, and being the most predominant spot, I want it to be the most productive as well. So we'll show you the setup when we get her done. We got 4 sets in here. I'm going to show you what we did down here. I put 2 sets in. I got a drown set, and I have a Connie Bear. It's such a heavily used trail. So I got a 330 right there, and I got a drown set out deeper. So hopefully if 2 beavers come into this area, we'll get an opportunity of both of them. And we put 2 other sets up in some other runs along the bank up here. Kind of show you what we got going on. Like I said, this is a river system. It's not so much a dam, so it's a little different trapping in here too. But yeah, here's the river. And so we put a couple more sets. We noticed there's 2 runs coming up. There's one right there. You can see down in there. And then I put one up a little bit farther. Got Sean in front of me. We're going to do our first trap check. We're heading back to that spot where I showed you where we set around that birch tree, and hopefully we got some beavers in here. So I'm going to shut the camera off, and when we get back there, I'll turn her back on before we get to the sets. There, yeah, look at that dam. Wow, look at the water. All right, Sean, let's go. Let's see how we made out. Right on, man.
We got one, buddy.
We're going.
Yeah.
Awesome. One there. And guess what?
What? We got 2?
Your trap's going on this side. There's 2. Sean, you just got a double.
First sets, first 2 beaver.
So, Sean, as of right now, you're 100% on trapping, bud. Set 2 traps, 2 beavers.
That's a pretty good start, I guess, for your first time trapping.
All right, go ahead.
Here we are checking the second trap. Feels pretty good. First time out and 2 beaver. Yeah, I can like that.
here we are back on that river system, and when we set yesterday, it was raining like crazy, and man, did things ever flood. Here's where that drown set in that Beaver was. There's those trees that the beaver was cutting, and I mean, look at this. The sets are out there right now, probably under about 6 feet of water. I had to truck her through the woods. Look behind us here. This is just in a day. Look at the amount of water that came in here. I was showing you guys those trees yesterday that the beaver had cut. There's one that blew over in the wind we had, and there's the now lake. There's Sean over there. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to check any of these traps. They're all submerged in water, so I will have to come back. It's probably going to take a couple days for the water levels to drop. Unfortunately, that's not what I like to do. I like to check my traps every day, but unfortunately, I tried and I'm not getting out to them in this. So, and I'm not sure if I've caught anything, so I don't want to go poking and prodding around in there in my chest waders and find out that they're both still set. So anyway, we're going to go back and we're going to keep going. I put some sets in yesterday and it was raining, and unfortunately, once again, it seems to be the year of camera issues. But we have clear skies today, and I'm coming in. I put 2 sets on that dam, and we're going to take a walk in here. And I got a raccoon bucket down here, and let's see if we got anything. And yeah, I see fur in one set already. Nothing in the bucket, but we've got something over here. It's either a beaver or an otter, and I'm guessing it's a beaver. Let's take a look here. I'll get a little closer. I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's right there. Anyway, I'm going to cross here. I'm going to get across. I'll turn the camera back on. All right, here we are over at the beaver house. Here's that slide, and there's Mr. Beaver. There's nothing on the one on the other side right there. So like I was saying, I think there was only one beaver in here. The feed bed is quite small, and this is quite a large one. So let's get him out, and we're going to keep checking sets. All right, here we are. We're back at that spot that was all flooded. I'm glad to see the waters receded. This was all underwater here the day we came in to check the traps, and I'm glad to see that the waters, like I said, receded some. Mind you, we've yet to get to the side of the river. That's where my sets are, so hopefully they didn't wash away. And to be honest with you, I'm really hoping I didn't catch anything, because it's been a few days since I've been able to get in here. There's that down tree that the beaver was chewing on right in the road. All right, well, I'll turn the camera on when we get closer to the sets. Well, we're gonna go down and check these sets. I don't see them, but I'm hoping they didn't wash away. Wow, what a difference in here. I'm gonna be pretty careful as well. I don't want to step on a live 330, because it was right over there. I'm not sure where it is now. All that water might have washed it up in here somewhere. So let's go see if we can find it. Hopefully I don't step in it. Plus I got a drown rod set in here as well. Oh, okay, I see the 330. The 330's right here. It's not set off. I can see it under the water there. And let's see if that drown set's in here. All right, well, I'm gonna get this 330 out of here, and then we'll look for the drown set. Well, that was tricky. Well, I finally found it. A little sketched out because I didn't know if it was set off, so I haven't pulled it up yet, so I thought I'd see if there's anything in it. Nope, she's just set off. Friggin' flood. All right, Well, at least I got my traps. That's the main part. Well, everybody, I guess that's it. I didn't get the beaver out of here. Like I said, the floodwaters in here have been insane. As soon as I got her set, you guys saw the water. It came right up to here. But I did manage to recover my traps. I got my drown rod set, and I got my 3 Connie bears back. And I guess I'm pretty lucky. I managed to get a muskrat in one. So we're gonna wait for the water levels to drop. We're supposed to get some more rain this week, and I don't really feel like setting in here again and getting everything flooded. So once the weather seems to calm down a little bit, we get back to a little bit more of a regular cycle, I'm gonna come back here and get some traps in the water. So this guy stops losing trees in his backyard here. Obviously it's a little bit of a mess now. The ones they have cut have blown over. So I guess they'll be back for it, and we're gonna come back and set some traps. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. We got a few beavers on video, and there'll be more tapes to come. So thanks again for watching.